Hi there everybody, and welcome to the Mahone channel. This is a supplemental video that I'm doing. It's to supplement the video I did a few days back about cacti and their flowers, which I uploaded I think about 2 days ago. But in the meantime, I have taken delivery of 2 brand new cacti, which I'll show you in a moment. So I said I'd do a supplemental video on these new cacti. Right, I'm going to show you the first one. I have to put my gloves on. I don't know what they're made out of, rubber or something. Right, there we are. And this, hang on, see if you can see it there. That's it. It's a Saguaro, I think is how you pronounce it, from Mexico. How much did it cost? €40. €40, including postage and packing, and about £35 sterling. It arrived yesterday, and today, as you can see, I'm going to pot it up. Saguaros are world famous. These are the cacti you used to see in the John Wayne westerns of the 1950s and the 1960s. You'd see them in the background. Big, huge things. This is a small one. The thing, of course, is that in the John Wayne westerns, they were not real. They were plastic or polypropylene or something. I think in the film industry they called them props. But they were meant to be Saguaro cacti. There it is there, quite heavy, and as I said, it cost how much? €40. This is a tiny one. They live to be about 150-year-old, and they can grow to 40, 50, 60 feet high. Right, I'm going to put this down for the time being. Yeah. Oh, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some moss peat, or is it peat moss? Can you see me? Yeah. I'm going to put it into this pot, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 40% moss, peat moss. Right? 40%. Right, that should be about 40% moss peat, and then I'm going to put 60% grit. Do you know whether you can see it there? That's what they call number 5 grit here in Thailand. So it'll be 60% grit. For obvious reasons, cacti need a very, very gritty type soil. If the soil is anyway soggy, they'll start rotting very, very quickly, in fact. Okay, so we need to put a huge amount of grit in there, 60%, which I got in the market yesterday. It was a Nungroi baht, that's 100 baht, that's about £2.40 for a big huge sack of it. It was quite heavy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix it up quite well. It's like baking a cake, and I'm going to have to put a bit more moss peat in. Oops, that should be enough. Right. And obviously a bit more grit as well. So 40% compost and 60% grit. Can never put too much grit in. That'll stop the compost from getting soggy. And never ever fill the pot right up. Always leave about 2 inches of space between the top of the compost and the pot. That'll prevent watering problems later on. Right. I know it's a bit boring just watching me here twiddle this stuff around, but I'm nearly finished. I think I still need some more grit. I had to take this grit from the market, which is about 15 minutes away from here. I had to take it back here on the bike. And it is quite heavy, but I managed to get back here with the grit, which, as I said, cost Nunroy baht, which is in English about £2, £2.40. Now the interesting bit is going to come up now in a moment, where I'm going to have to try and put this cacti, the saguaro, into the pot without damaging the cacti and without damaging myself. Okay, that's what it looks like. Yeah, nice and gritty. Make sure it is mixed in quite well. I think that should do it. Now, here comes the interesting bit. Right, put the gloves on. And oh, it's quite heavy. Don't damage the roots too much. Oh, that's spot on. Whoops. Okay. Now I think I need some more. What I'm going to do, I need a bit more grit and compost. And in goes the grit as well. There we go. One of the big problems with cacti, that is keeping them, is I've had about 25% of my collection, which is behind us there, go all brown and mushy. At first I thought it was some sort of viral or bacterial infection. In fact, it's not. The big problem for keeping cacti in this part of the world is humidity. The humidity at the moment is very, very high. It's about 75%. That's not good. Cacti do not like that. It's about twice the level that it should be. And the problem is that with high humidity, the water inside the cacti, the cacti cannot breathe. It cannot expel the water for whatever reason cacti do. The water builds up inside the cacti, it cannot escape, and of course the end result is the cacti rots. So it's the high humidity is the problem. I've lost about 25% of my collection, but I reordered the cacti, so I've still got the same collection. The way to deal with the high humidity problem is to increase the gap between watering. Before, I used to water a cactus once the compost dried out. Now I wait for 3 weeks. I leave the compost bone dry for 3 weeks before I water it again. Also, I'm putting in extra grit, and that seems to have solved the problem. So now you've learned a bit about how to keep cacti in a tropical country, and as I said, I'm putting in a very large amount of grit. 60% grit. Might as well put all that in. That's one bag of grit gone. What I did, I said to the guy in the market over the road, split the bag of grit into two. Put 50% in here and the other 50% into the bag over there. So I could even out the weight when I was taking it back here on the bike. Right, that's that done. Well, we're nearly finished. Okay. Right, that's it. Fantastic. Nice and gritty. Right, okay. That's it there. Right. Oh, this is toppled over. Right, now what we're going to have to do is straighten that up and put grit in to stabilize the cactus. I'll show you the other cactus in a moment once I've got this potted up. Don't worry, the other cactus has already been potted up, so we don't have to go through all this again. So that's it, 60% grit and 40%, I don't know, peat moss, moss peat, moss peat peat, who knows? Who cares? Right. Now that's gorgeous. This is a dog's dinner for a Segura cactus. How much was it? Segura, 40 euro, 35 quid. There we go. As I said, leave a bit of a gap on top. Otherwise the water will be overflowing. And we're nearly there. Gorgeous pot as well, which I got yesterday in the shopping centre. I got it in the kitchen centre. No, I didn't. I got it in the gardening section, in fact. Ah, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to have to stop the camera, turn the camera around, and then you can see me placing the cacti into position with the rest of my collection. Okay, so I'm going to stop now, turn the camera around, and then I'll restart the camera. Right. Oh, good God. Now, I'm going to have to take this out of the way for the time being. It's in fairly good condition. Right. Okay, put that over here. Now, what I'm going to have to do is to get the Seguro in there at the back. But this pole is in the way of it, so I'm just going to have to try and inch it in. Right. Up we go. That was easy enough. I just spotted something. Look, that the rim can be moved. I'll leave it there. Well, there she is. Put these back there for the time being. I'm running out of space. Right, this goes back in there. And there it is, in all its glory, with the rest of my collection. Now the second plant that I got yesterday is this. It's an Echinopsis grusoni. It's the largest cacti in my collection and absolutely massive. And it was one hell of a job trying to pot it up. Right, there we are. And there's the Segoro. And it's a bit messy over here at the moment. I'll have to clean all that up.